Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick live stream. We're going to be playing more Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring today for the PS2. And I'm pumped because we're in an area that was not depicted in the movies, so I'm curious to see how they handle it. Guys, if you don't know the channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. I play video games live 3 times a day and 7 days a week. It's all story-focused games on here, and I don't talk over the story or cutscene moments, but I do request no one mention anything that utilizes their own pre-existing knowledge of gameplay, storyline, characters, locations, or hints in any way. If you want to see more of what happens on the channel, then type !games. You will get a full list of all 9 concurrent gameplay series going right now, including The Lord of the Rings. And if you want to see more, if you like what you see today, don't forget to hit that follow button. Up top, you see a follower goal of 4. We're currently at 1. We're at 1. So we've broken ground on that follower goal, guys. The 18th entry in the Twitch playbook has just dropped this morning. So go give it a look if you haven't checked it out yet. The newest one is called Finding the Flow of Your Twitch Chat. And it's all about how, as a streamer, there are a few unconventional tips that I have to give about how to interact with chat, rather that you don't need to be immediately available to respond to comments at all times. If you're doing something that's really, really intensive, like fighting a boss, a lot of new streamers will attempt to read chat and then fail their boss battle because they're trying to do it. What I suggest instead is creating new ways for people to engage with your show while you're doing stuff that you can't look over during, such as the thing that we do on here where we send hearts when there's a boss battle happening. So give that one a look, guys. The Twitch Playbook, if you don't know it, is a free online resource I created to help all of you guys in this community either create your own Twitch channels from scratch or improve on an existing channel if you already have one. It's a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. You can find it right now totally free, either by searching for the Twitch Playbook on whichever platform you like to listen to podcasts on, or you can type !playbook in the chat below. You'll get a link directly to it. Now, let's jump into The Lord of the Rings, but first, welcome Frost Fairy and welcome George Witt to the stream. Are you guys ready for this beautiful PS2 startup sound? Because I certainly am. Let's do it. I like this logo they got for Lord of the Rings. This is a custom design for their logo, and it's sort of the R and the 2 R's come together in sort of a ring shape. I think that's really clever. All right, here we go. We're in the Forest Labyrinth. What are your plans today, ladies and gentlemen? It is a beautiful Friday morning, I hope. Yes, it is. Friday morning. And we are playing Lord of the Rings. I'll never forget that day when I said, it's a beautiful Thursday. And it turned out that I had done like an insane amount of work in order to get the Twitch playbook done the previous night because I thought I was running late. And it turned out that I actually had made the whole thing an entire day early. Oh, that was fun. All right, here we go. So I can't really go around there. Where can I go? Here? No. It looked like there was a path there.
This forest, it's as if it had a mind of its own.
Was this here before? I think this might be a dynamically changing level. Yeah, look at that. When I turned the camera... Oh, crazy. Alright, this is gonna be something, guys. When I turned the camera back and then around again, the forest changed. That's some, like... That's some psychological horror type stuff. That's some evil within. Oh god, no! Why? Get away! Oh, these are even worse than the ones in The Hobbit! Oh, I hate this! Send some voice of Nick cringe or some angry faces or something. Some sad faces. I don't want to see any spiders.
We're over here.
Oh. I do not need that. Find Mary. My purity has increased. Hey Mary, do you have anything to say? No. Okay, yeah, so you can see my purity is at the max level now. Okay, so that's where I killed the spider. So at least part of the level is staying the same. Sungyen sending sad faces. Welcome Sungyen to the stream as well. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Sungyen joining the show. Playing the Fellowship of the Ring and fighting, as you've seen, disgusting giant spiders. These ones are really, really gross too. These are like really, really spidery spiders. Oh, I can't. This guy doesn't die when I hit him with a rock. The rocks are not lethal in this game. So we have to use our melee attack. No, that's my #1 strategy against spiders, is to throw rocks at them, in the Hobbit game at least. Now what am I supposed to do? Get up close and personal? I don't want to do that. Oh man, guys. See, they went for like a more realistic look in this game, and that kinda... that makes it really bad to look at. I don't like this. Ah! Stop hitting me! If only I could use a ranged weapon of some sort. What weapons do I have? Nothing really. I could use some of these mushrooms though. How are you doing, Sungyen? What is the time for you? Oh crap, more spiders. I'm guessing the objective is going to be either the direction of the spiders or the direction of all the mushrooms. Ah! He hit both of us. Damn. I'm guessing...
Frodo!
It's here somewhere. Hey! Pippin. Ah! Ah! Damn, this guy's too fast. He'll hit us even before we can do anything, really. Like, once we get out of our 3-hit combo. So we have to try and figure out how to increase the speed between the end of our first combo and the beginning of our second. Well, that worked. I don't know what the difference is between what we're doing here. Maybe it's just a fluke. Okay. Alright, so this is a dead end. Yeah. Alright. It's kind of a cool level. I'm curious to see if they do some of the stuff from the book in here. So you guys might be saying, hey, this part that I'm watching here, this was not in the movies. Or I mean, I guess a lot of times video game stuff isn't in the movies, but this is based on an actual chapter of Lord of the Rings, where they go to a forest, like they get lost in a forest before they even escape the Shire. And in the movies, they don't even bother with that. They just immediately go to Buckleberry Ferry and escape the ring wraiths. But I'm curious to see how much of the stuff from the book they choose to do, because there's a lot of opportunities for concepts to be shown. Okay, this we've been to. Uh-oh. Yeah, look, he's trying to smack us right there. I guess he gets aggressive on the second, after you do the second 3-hit combo. But I guess you just have to mash it fast enough to get him. I thought I was before.
Help!
Oh crap, we got 2 spiders this time. Better hurry up. Better hurry up. Better hurry up. I can hear him. Run! There you go. Oh, double hitting him. Yeah, oh, look at that. Frodo and Merry at it. Or Pippin or somebody. Frodo and Mippin. Uh-oh, somebody's fighting a spider. Get him, baby. Damn, wow, that's a big ol' hit. The health items in this game do so little. Alright, let's take a look at the thingy. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Just one decrease here. Alright. We should probably save it. Since we're in this menu. Oh, we found Sam.
I never thought potatoes could smell so good.
A good meal will definitely ease my mind about this place.
But where is this place?
Very close to the Withywindle Valley. But we shouldn't get any closer.
Why not?
The Withywindle Valley is said to be the strangest part of the whole forest. In the center from which all the strangeness comes, as it were.
Can you lead us around the valley, Mary?
I thought I could, but the way these trees shift about, I don't know. It's like they're leading us there.
Mary thought he knew his way around this forest, but how can anyone find their way when the forest won't stand still?
Do you know one of those trees stuck a branch out at me? Nearly tripped me, it did.
I'm sorry I led us into such a dangerous place, but at least we've shaken off that Black Rider.
So the voice of Mary sounds like it's Quentin Flynn, the same guy who does Axel from Kingdom Hearts series. If you recognize the voice. He has a very distinctive voice. He's also Raiden from Metal Gear Solid series, and I definitely recognize that instantly every time I hear it. It's so weird in games when they don't make a different sound for when you're walking through water. Like right there, it just sounded like we were walking on regular ground. Alright, let's go grab those mushrooms.
Can't go on. Oh, must have nap.
It's cool under the willows. Less flies.
I don't like this tree. I don't trust it. Hear it singing about sleep? That's not right. It's not right at all.
We can't sleep yet. We must get clear of this place.
Whoa. Merry and Pippin are trapped in Old Man Willow's mouth. Attacking his trunk may anger him. Oh crap, so they're doing the Old Man Willow thing.
Stop! Stop it! You'll squeeze me in too if you don't stop.
Well, now what? Damn, what am I supposed to do? He hits me no matter what. You've attacked Old Man Willow's trunk one too many times. Merry and Pippin have perished. You have failed to save your companions. They're so final with this stuff. Oh my god. Alright, wait, so do I have to load it from... Ah, okay. Well, we were right near the end anyway. Damn. They need to give... basically, they just don't have checkpoints in this game. It's literally just that you load the game. It's like a PC game. Or a PC game of the 90s, I should say. I wonder if I can save it in the middle of the Old Man Willow battle, though. Oh, wait. I loaded the wrong thing. This is 5.3. That's what we want. Okay. Ah, I got a piece of hair stuck inside my headphones. That's no good. All right, here we go. Okay, so we should save it the moment that we get out of this.
A good meal, but there.
Oh, I threw a rock! So that was like a playable little moment right there, I guess. But only that one part where it was in the wide shot. I thought it looked like gameplay. Oh, so we could have saved it here on the Withy Windle path. Alright. What is this? Okay. So now, attacking his trunk may anger him. So we don't want to attack his trunk then? What the hell? They're comboing me. They're air juggling me. I do not,
Stop! Stop it! You'll squeeze me in two if you don't stop.
Okay. Now what? Show quests. Take the One Ring to Rivendell. That's our quest. Dang it. He like perfectly like finds where you are. Damn, Old Man Willow, come on. Do I just have to survive long enough? Like, what is the objective?
Stop! Stop it! You'll squeeze me in two if you don't stop.
Oh, maybe I have to put on the ring. Hold on. Stop getting hit, Frodo. Just for 1 second, I need to... Okay. Oh my god. Alright, now you can't see. And then what? Nope! I attacked him one too many times. Merry and Pippin have perished. Well, that's that, I guess. Continue. Oh, look at that. That's the elf door sign, I guess? I'm not sure what that is. Dragon Wolf, welcome to the stream. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Dragon Wolf. Joining the show, we are playing The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I guess that using the ring is our objective, but I don't understand what we're supposed to do with it. Maybe we can like pull them out of the tree or something. Can I like push triangle on the tree? No. Can I get Sam? Nope. Oh, I still get hurt by that. Oh wait, how do I take the ring off? Ah! Oh wait, so in this game, if the ring meter goes down, you literally are killed by the ring. You die. Oh. Or rather, you fall unconscious and then a black rider comes out and gets you. I guess that's true to the story. He fell down though. I guess that makes sense though. He like overdosed on the ring. Jen, welcome to the stream. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Jen as well, joining the show. We are playing The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Can I throw a thing at him?
Stop! Stop it! You'll squeeze me in two if you don't stop.
I didn't do anything. Are they saying just don't go near him? I literally, like, if you ask me what are you supposed to do, I literally don't know. They just killed that. I got comboed to death right there. Like, I have no concept of what they're trying to ask me to do. Okay. Once again, it's like the artisans who created a lot of the levels and some of the gameplay mechanics are really skilled, and this game is well crafted, but then the gameplay, like or rather the encounter design is like really, really rough. Ugh, Frodo. It seems like we almost just want to outlast him. Can I hit his, oh, I can hit his arms. There we go. Classic boss battle technique. If it's a giant boss, you smack him in the arm when he smashes his hand down on the ground. Now we know what to do. Oh wait, no. Send some hype, ladies and gents, or rather some hearts. We have figured it out. Now we just have to do it. Damn it, Frodo! Get up! Oh my god, these stupid vines. Ah! He like anticipates where I'm gonna be. There we go. Jen getting that voice to make love. Thank you, Jen. God, okay, you can't... Ah! You can't get up fast enough to hit him when he knocks you down like that. Oh my god. Alright, I wonder how many times we have to get him. Ah! How does he anticipate where I'm gonna be? Oh, I broke one of his arms off with a stick. Pretty powerful stick.
Whoa! Steady there, little fellows. Where be you a-going to, eh? Puffing like a bellows. What's the matter then? Come now, tell me what's your trouble.
My friends are caught in that willow tree.
Old man Willow? I know the rhyme for him. I'll chant his marrow cold if he don't behave himself. You let them out again, old man Willow. You should not be waking. Eat earth, drink water, go to sleep. Bombadil is talking.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Very much.
Well, my little fellows, you shall come to the house of Tom Bombadil.
Where?
Time enough for questions around the supper table. Come now, and help Tom find lilies for fair Lady Goldberry. After that, we shall sit down to a table laden with cream, honeycomb, and white bread and butter.
What are we waiting for? The sooner we find lilies, the sooner we can eat.
Wow, they're doing Tom Bombadil! Ladies and gentlemen, send some hype for Tom Bombadil! I never would have guessed. I can't believe it. Oh god! There's a spider! Tom Bombadil, watch out! There's a spider! Wow, I can't believe they did Tom Bombadil. So, as many people may be familiar with, Tom Bombadil is one of the characters that was not even attempted to be portrayed in the Lord of the Rings films. Mostly because his sequence is almost completely extraneous. It doesn't even really do anything for the story. But it's really cool that they're doing it in the game here. Oh, I got water lilies. Cool. Okay. Goldberry's favorite flower. Okay. So where is the area we came from? Crap. I'm surrounded by spiders. Oh man. Ginger's saying the tribute. Yeah, well they had Old Man Willow in the movie, and Treebeard said those lines that Tom Bombadil just said. But yeah, they never like actually attempted to do Tom Bombadil. And it's interesting because in the Hobbit movies, Beorn kind of plays a similar role in the Hobbit, the structure of the Hobbit source material to Tom Bombadil, where he's like a really super powerful creature within Middle-earth who like takes them into his house, and you know, it's very similar, like a very similar chapter to the Tom Bombadil chapter, and they did do Beorn in the Hobbit movies. But yeah, it's kind of weird because well, I don't want to say anything until we get farther in to the game. Until we have seen more of Tom Bombadil himself. But suffice it to say, you are all now seeing a thing that was not in the Lord of the Rings movies. Jenna's saying it was Merry and Pippin rather than all the hobbits. Yep, I remember that part. It was really good. I also like the sequence where they drink the Ent draft, and it makes them taller. And they had actually had Merry and Pippin be taller throughout the rest of the movies, but they just removed that sequence, so you can kind of notice them being slightly taller than Frodo and Sam in the rest of the movies, even though in the theatrical cuts they're taller without explaining why. Oh crap! Wow, that's a big boy spider. Get out of here, big boy spider. Damn. Jinjin's saying as much as he would have loved to add Tom, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, I personally think that Tom Bombadil is stupid, or it makes the story worse, in my opinion, because it adds a character who has who doesn't fit within the rest of the storyline, or would break the storyline. But I'll talk more about that once we've seen more of the character. Dragonwolf saying the cartoon movie had a scene where they were brought to a house. No, Ralph Bakshi didn't do the Tom Bombadil stuff either, actually. But yeah, if you're talking about giant bears, you're probably talking about the Hobbit movie. But I also think that that was not in the cartoon Hobbit movie, because I'm pretty sure they cut Beorn entirely out of the cartoon Hobbit movie as well. The Rankin Bass one. Let's see, 1047. Gonna save over that. I love that they included him in this, though. It makes more sense for a video game adaptation, for a fetch quest. Go get some water lilies for Lady Goldberry. That works. And fight some spiders, I guess. I wonder how many we need. We're just like gathering as many as we can. Let's see. Dragon was saying it's been 20 plus years since I watched them, so kind of rusty. Yeah, I watch them every once in a while. You know, when I first saw The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings cartoons, it was after I had already seen the Peter Jackson ones, and because I just never knew they existed. And then I was really turned off by it, because I was like, oh, this is not as cool as the Peter Jackson ones at all. But as I learned more about the actual source material, you know, and I wasn't only... Because when I was a kid, my only knowledge of the Lord of the Rings universe was the Peter Jackson movies. But then when I understood when I started reading the books, I had more of an appreciation for like different adaptations of the source material. And yeah, I still think they're the Lord of the Rings Bakshi movie especially is not perfect or even close to it, but it's pretty cool as an adaptation. I think they did a great job. Too many spiders. Make sure you get in that chat and say hashtag get out of here, spiders. Alright, here we go. Jaggolf never watched the live action ones either? What? Oh man, you gotta watch that. That's the good stuff. That's the really, really good stuff. Hey, there's Tom. 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 Jen saying hashtag get out of here, spiders. Thank you, Jen Jen. Alright, we need to replenish our mushrooms. Dragon never watched the whole movies? Well, that's... yeah, that's what you have to do. Watching parts of them is cool, but you gotta watch the whole thing. You gotta watch the actual movie. They're so good. 13 Academy Awards. What other movie can say that? Damn, this is a lot of spiders. So the other hobbits will actually... oh crap, I'm getting ganged up on here. The other hobbits will fight, so I don't need to do all the heavy lifting here. Dragon's saying quite a few? That's not true. The Lord of the Rings won the most Academy Awards for a single movie. Or at least it won all of the... you know what that is? It's... oh yeah, Titanic won 11 Oscars. Return of the King won... oh, it also won 11 Oscars, I guess. But the specific thing... so there's 7 movies that have won 11 movies. Or rather, 11 awards. But the thing that was significant about Return of the King was that it won every category that it was nominated for. And also... the fact that other movies have done it does not mean it's not impressive or that you shouldn't watch the movie. I'm pretty sure if something wins 11 Academy Awards, that means it's worth watching. 7 other movies have done it in history, so I guess that means it's crap. That's basically what you're saying. Get out of here, spiders. Die. Dragon was saying the award does not a movie make. Ever the contrarian. I think you're completely losing sight of what I'm trying to say. In the interest of trying to refute what I'm saying. But either way, I hope that you end up watching them because they're very good. Crap, we're fighting way too many spiders here. Get in there! I need my minions to go fight them. Did one of my guys die? Where is he? He's over. What are you doing? I'm gonna have so many water lilies. I'm just gonna dump them all on the table. Dragon was saying you say it took how many times before watching the animated ones? I didn't say, but I watched the animated ones like right after I had seen Return to the King. So I had probably seen them all like once or twice before I watched them. But yeah, they're really good. Jen was saying I couldn't get on with the animated version either. Yeah, it's really hard to watch the animated ones once you've seen the original, or once you've seen the Peter Jackson ones rather, because they're just, the scale is so puny. The Hobbit at least is really enjoyable because it's a musical. So like, there's like a lot of fun aspects. Well, it's not a musical, but it's like a musically inclined film with a lot of great songs in it. So there's kind of like that aspect of it, but yeah, the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings is like hard to watch. And a lot of the rotoscoping techniques that he used, they kind of like superimposed live action silhouettes into a cartoon in the Ralph Bakshi one, and it looks really jarring in 2019. But at the time, and it actually was pretty important to cinematic history in general, like the way that he incorporated rotoscoping was pretty groundbreaking. All right, now we pour some more coffee. Can we go behind the waterfall? Is that gonna kill me? I'm under the water. Frodo's head is right now under the water. But he can breathe a remarkably long time. I guess that's one of the Hobbit's special powers, is like they can be really quiet. They enjoy food and the comforts of home, and they can breathe underwater for at least 5 straight minutes. Okay, here we go. Dragon was saying I saw the one from the late 70s done by John Huston. Yeah, John Huston was in the Rankin Bass ones, which were the made-for-TV movies. There was also a theatrical Lord of the Rings made by Ralph Bakshi, which was an adaptation. It was just called Lord of the Rings. It didn't have a subtitle. And it was an adaptation of the Fellowship of the Ring and the first half of the Two Towers. And that's sort of like the more historically significant one, although I do prefer the Rankin Bass ones. Rankin Bass made The Hobbit and they made The Return of the King. But nobody before Peter Jackson had adapted the second half of the Two Towers, which is pretty funny to me. Jenna's saying, I found out that Peter Mayhew died on Tuesday. I know. R.I.P. Peter Mayhew. Chewbacca. R.I.P. Return the 12 lilies. Oh, to Tom Bombadil. Okay, let's go find him. Hello. How many lilies do I have? 18. Haha. Hey, Tom. Tom.
Fair lilies for the fair river daughter. Come, let us go to meet her.
Come, dear folk, laugh and be merry. I am Goldberry, Doctor of the River.
Here's my Goldberry.
You are still afraid, perhaps, of mist and tree shadows. Fear nothing, for tonight you are under the roof of Tom Bombadil.
Who are you?
Eh, what? Don't you know my name? It's the only answer. For who are you without your name? But you are young and I am old. Eldest, that's what I am.
Tom was here before the river and the trees. Tom remembers the first raindrop, the first big people, and the first little people. He was here before kings and Barrow-wights, before the elves passed westward, and before the seas were bent, before the Dark Lord came from outside.
His precious ring has no power over Tom Bombadil. And now, merry friends, it is time for our supper.
We ate our first good meal in a long time, singing songs and telling tales until late in the night. We slept peacefully and were refreshed enough to continue our journey.
Keep to the green grass as you go, lads. Don't go meddling with old stone or prying into the houses of old dead Barrow-wights. Here's a song to sing should you fall into any danger. Oh, Tom Bombadil, oh, by water, wood and hill, by the reed and willow, by fire, sun and moon. Hearken now and hear us, come Tom Bombadil, for our need is near us.
Thank you, Tom Bombadil.
Speed now, fair guests. North with the wind in the left eye and a blessing on your footsteps. Make haste while the sun shines. Farewell, friends. It was a merry meeting.
Yeah, baby. Tom Bombadil, ladies and gentlemen. Send some hype. My purity has increased and my health has increased. Nice. Dragon was saying that would mean Hamill and Ford are the only two of the original trilogy living then. Damn, yeah. I guess that's true. Oh.
Farewell, friends.
Whoa!
It was a merry meeting.
It's a weird, like, POV shot of Lady Goldberry. Not her most flattering angle.
Speed now, fair guests. North with the wind in the left eye and a blessing on your footsteps. Make haste while the sun shines.
By the way, the lady who does this voice, like the Lady Goldberry voice, was so prevalent. Like, I recognize that voice from this era of, like, late 90s, early 2000s voice actors. And then she really doesn't get a lot of work anymore. I don't know if she's maybe not still alive or just doesn't do voice work as much anymore, but this lady was in a lot of stuff. I recognize her voice. She sounds like somebody from Rugrats, if you listen to this again.
Farewell, friends. It was a merry meeting.
I gotta look this up now. We're gonna investigate who plays Lady Goldberry in Fellowship of the Ring game. Goldberry. Video games. Kath Susi. Okay, we're doing some investigation. Sounds like Tommy. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's either Tommy, Phil, Lil, not Chucky, one of them. Let's see here. Oh yeah, she's on Rugrats. Hold on, guys. We are investigating here. We're video game sleuths. Hold on. We got this. Rugrats. Oh, she's in Space Jam. She played Lola Bunny. Oh, she played the young Nick in Zootopia. Cool. All right, hold on. Rugrats. Wow, this lady was in a lot of stuff. And I was wrong. She's still very much doing voice work. But yeah, it's all that kind of like Nickelodeon sort of content. So maybe I just don't watch as much of it anymore. Rugrats. Wait, Rugrats. She plays Lil and Phil and Betty. Wow. Okay, so I was right. Phil and Lil. So this is the lady who plays Phil and Lil then. And she sounds a lot like them. Ready? Listen.
Speed now, fair guests. North with the wind in the left eye and a blessing on your footsteps. Make haste while the sun shines.
That's cool. It's funny how voices can get so ingrained into your memory from when you're a kid. Jenna's saying, "Oh my gosh, I definitely need to play some Lotro and post screenshots." Oh, Tom and Goldberry, nice. Oh, I didn't know they included them in that. That's awesome. Yeah, Lord of the Rings Online seems like a great opportunity to have a lot of the stuff that was cut from the books, because it's such an expansive game where there's like everything is in it. So like you can include so many things that weren't in, or rather things that were cut from the movies. That's really cool. Yeah, I would love to see what they look like.
Keep to the green grass as you go, lads. Don't go meddling with old stone. Keep to the...
Okay. Sometimes they have multiple voice lines, like old Lady Goldberry did. Okay, so there's that way, there's this way. Let's see what's over here. Dragon was saying, I recall when cutscenes were actual live-action cinematic pieces with actual actors, such as Mark Hamill in Wing Commander. Did they cut scenes from that? Oh, cutscenes. Yes. I get what you mean. I thought you meant, like, removed scenes, like cut space scenes. Yes. That was pretty groundbreaking at the time. Wing Commander's cutscenes, the production value of that was huge. Chris Roberts, the guy who made Wing Commander, is actually the guy who is heading up Star Citizen now. And you'll be happy to know, Dragonwolf, that Star Citizen's campaign, which is called Squadron 42, is going to have Mark Hamill in it again. He's playing a grizzled pilot. It's kind of like the Star Wars storyline, I guess, where he's like an experienced, old Jedi in Star Wars now, and in Wing Commander, he's like an experienced old pilot. So that's a pretty cool thing. I'm really excited to play that. Jenjen's saying they include stuff from the other books as well, so there's loads to do as you increase your levels. That's really cool. Yeah, I love the expanded. I said the extended and the expended. I love the expanded universe stuff. The Silmarillion, for some reason, I have read twice, which is a slog of a read, but it has so much cool stuff in it. It's just all surrounded by a lot of really, really hard to read stuff. And I read Unfinished Tales, and I think that's the only expanded universe. Obviously I've read the Return of the King appendices as well, which have a lot of the more prominent expanded universe concepts. But the amount of lore in the Silmarillion, that basically goes through like every era of Middle-earth. There's so much stuff in there. Tolkien is really on a completely separate level from any other fantasy author. Yeah, I mean, George R.R. Martin is amazing, and J.K. Rowling is great, but like they just can't compare to Tolkien. For anybody who's not familiar, by the way, I mean, just to give you an idea of the enormity of the story of Lord of the Rings. The beginning of the story of Lord of the Rings begins in what's called the Third Age, and a lot of people are familiar with that concept, the Third Age. But the Third Age of Middle-earth is like even before Lord of the Rings starts, even before Sauron was ever born. All the cool stuff in Middle-earth had already happened. Like, there were wars that were bigger than the ones in Lord of the Rings. There were villains that were more villainous than Sauron, who already rose and fell before the events of Lord of the Rings. And that's what makes me really excited to watch the Amazon series, because a lot of people's reaction to the Amazon series is like, oh, why would they do like a prequel series to Lord of the Rings and Hobbit? You know, it's not going to be that interesting, but like, there's a lot of interesting stories that have already been laid out by Tolkien. It's not like, you know, obviously in any fantasy story, you know, like in Harry Potter, they'll tell the story of like Grindelwald or something in the book, and then they end up expanding on it in the movies. Like, that's cool. But Tolkien wrote out the stories already. Like, he wrote entire, you know, bunch of chapters about each, exactly how each one played out. So it's like pretty specifically laid out. Dragon was saying, hence the backstory at the start of the books and films about the creation. Yeah, so even that backstory part only goes back to the middle of the Second Age. So there's like a huge amount of stuff that happens even before any of the stuff you've ever seen in the movies. That's sort of where the Amazon series apparently is going to be like around the time, maybe like the beginning of the backstory from the beginning of the movies. So like the middle of the Second Age, I think, is where they're doing it in that. But yeah, there's so much stuff to cover. The First Age was like the really, really cool stuff, in my opinion. Because for anybody who doesn't know, Sauron, the villain in Lord of the Rings, like the biggest bad guy ever, basically, as far as we watching the movies would know, Sauron was basically just like a Kylo Ren type to a larger villain who existed before, who was like his mentor, called Melkor. And that guy was like like 20 times worse than Sauron, and he did like way bigger and badder things. But that all happened in the first age of Middle Earth. So that's before anyone in Lord of the Rings was ever born by a huge order of magnitude. The only people, I don't think there's even anyone living in Lord of the Rings who remembers Melkor. I think Gandalf would because he's like a, you know, whatever, an immortal being or whatever. And maybe Galadriel would. I don't even know that she's old enough to remember. Tom Bombadil would, though, I guess. Frosting, I missed the whole stream. I'm sorry. I've been here. I just got really busy at work. Frost, it is totally understandable. It is Friday. Everybody wants to get their work done, get home, have a good time. What are your plans for today, Frost? We got a little bit of show left, though, so don't worry. We met Tom Bombadil, so that happened. But now we are heading into the deep, dark forest. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Frost Fairy rejoining the show. Uh-oh, something sees me. I like that indicator. It shows you like the what monsters, like whether or not a monster can see you. Oh, the little whimper gets you. Oh, Dragon Sing already did that. Good stuff, Dragon. You're on top of it. Thank you. Wait, where did I come from? Now I'm getting lost. No. Okay, we came from here, and we want to go here. Dragon saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Well said. Yeah, that's, a lot of people also don't know that, a lot of the beings in Middle-earth are actually, kind of like immortal, like, they're like, demigods. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, Gandalf, in his actual form, is not an old man with a walking stick. He's literally like an orb that floats around. He's like a cloud. Gandalf is a cloud that has chosen to take the form of an old man with a walking stick. It's like when Gandalf, if he were to die, or when he dies, he becomes like a thing. Like he becomes like a, I don't even know how to describe, like a being. He's not like a...
Barrow-downs. Even Tom is cautious about this place.
He's not like a physical thing. And that's, so also the Balrogs are like that, and Sauron was like that, and obviously Saruman. But like a few of the significant characters, like the wizards and the gods are like that of Middle-earth. I think that's interesting. They never really mention it in the movies.
We're not far from the main road by my reckoning.
Splendid. If we keep this pace, we'll leave the Barrow-downs by sunset tomorrow.
Not soon enough for my liking. I don't trust what's hiding in the fog on the Barrow-downs.
You don't believe stories about old dead Barrow-wites?
Not until today, but Tom said otherwise.
Tom is the only one not affected by the ring. I wonder why.
He was here before the Dark Lord came from outside. Outside what, I wonder?
And whatever did he mean by eldest?
And why didn't he serve bacon, or cutlets, or sausages?
I don't like spending the night among these burial stones. They look like giant teeth coming up from the ground.
If half the stories I've heard about the Barrow-downs are true, we'll need to keep a careful watch.
Enough storytelling. Let's get to sleep.
The next day. I like that.
Sam? Mary? Pippin? Where are you? Where could they be? Sam? Mary? Anyone? Where are you?
Damn. Frodo, are you standing on bones? Are you literally standing on human bones? I think he is. Like, I love that the shot showed Frodo in front of a mound of human bones. It almost implies that Sam, Merry, and Pippin were turned into these human bones, or these hobbit bones that are right underneath them. Look, he's like kicking them. Frodo, that's disrespectful. Disrespectful to the dead. Dang it. Okay, we have to go this way now. Jen is saying, oh, I know where you are now. The Barrow-downs. Yeah, so knowing that we were going into here, I was really excited, because this is another sequence that they cut from the movies. which again, I could totally understand for structural purposes, it doesn't really fit in the structure of a movie. If you want to make a movie that has a good 3-act structure. But in a video game, it's a really cool level. And in the book, it's really cool. Or it's a really cool idea for a level from the book, is what I mean. I'm interested to see how they do it. Yeah. So let's see if they do some of the cool stuff that you and I, Jen, know about from the Barrow-downs. Dragonwolf saying, I think what it is that they take the form of who they were before transcending into an immortal being. So what it is actually is that, like, because in the Silmarillion, they actually tell the story of, the creation of the universe. Like, the Silmarillion is essentially the Bible of Middle-earth. And there's literally the part where, like, Iluvatar, who's, like, the one god of Middle-earth, creates the universe, and he creates, like, some amount, I think, like, 12 or something, like, demigods. And then those demigods have, like, helper demigods, like, sub-demigods with them. And one of the demigods actually is Gandalf. So, like, literally he created, like, they're just, like, little, think of them as, like, a ball of light that flies around or something. Like, they don't even have, like, a form.
Quite thick indeed.
So Gandalf actually, he wasn't, like, a guy who got turned into a demigod. He literally just started as, like, one of the first beings ever to be created that, like, didn't even have a form at the time. Oh crap, Barrow Wights! Yes! I am pumped that they actually included these. So this is a sequence from the actual Lord of the Rings story that is just not even close to being portrayed in the movies, which is the sequence where Merry and Frodo and Pippin go into a haunted forest, and they literally have, like, a Scooby-Doo moment of, like, running away from ghosts. This is an actual sequence from the books. And you can certainly understand why they did not include this in the movies, because it's a little bit weird compared to the rest of the story. But it's really cool for a video game level. Damn, I love their Barrow Wights too. These are cool. Wow. This is great. Send some hype for Barrow Wights, ladies and gentlemen. The part of the Lord of the Rings where Frodo, Merry, and Pippin run away from ghosts. That's what I call this. Oh man. Good stuff. Frosting, I have 1.5 hours of work left. Well, that's not too bad. So that means you get out at, oh yeah, that's around like 5 o'clock, I guess. Or exactly 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's coming up. You'll be watching Lord of the Rings, you'll be doing some work. We'll be done in no time. Wow, this is really cool. This game, you know, it has really bad boss encounter design. The boss fights are bad, like terrible. But the game itself around the boss battles is very cool. This game is really good. Or, this game is good. I'm not gonna say it's really good. The game is good. The boss battles are bad. That's how we're saying that. Jen getting that hype. Jen saying, having played Lotaro for the last 10 years, I am so hyped that this game is so close to what they have. I was thinking about that during the cutscene, or when you mentioned that, like, Tom Bombadil looks similar to the one in this game, because Lord of the Rings Online came out around the time of the movies. I want to say it was like 2004. So it's probably pretty likely that, because Lord of the Rings Online had the license to the books but not the movies, if I'm remembering correctly, and that's the same license that this game had. So I'm wondering if, oh, it was 2007. Okay, so it was a couple years later than that. But I wonder who published it, because if it was Sierra, then it could actually be that they used the same. Okay, it was not. It was Midway and Turbine, whoever that is, and Codemasters. Wow, Codemasters. Wow. Interesting. Standing Stone Games. Who's Oh, now they're WB Games Boston. Oh, so now they're they've been brought into the fold of WB Games. Cool. Oh, and Warner Brothers, I guess, partially produced it, Warner Brothers now does the Shadow of Mordor game. Cool. Oh man, Codemasters. Codemasters. That's a game company that I haven't thought of in a while. I guess they still do. They do the dirt games now. They do racing games. That's a very different kind of game. Wow. But yeah, it might be that like they wanted to base it on this because they had the license to the books, and these were the character designs that had been made off of the book license before, you know? So like they couldn't use obviously like the Peter Jackson stuff. If I'm correct, I don't know if whether or not they had the movie licenses though. But yeah, it's like I really like the way they did this Tom Bombadil. The only other thing that I know of where they did Tom Bombadil was the Battle for Middle-earth 2. If you guys have ever played that one, the Battle for Middle-earth games were like a real-time strategy game, like StarCraft or like Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, but regular Warcraft. And it was where you like controlled armies of Middle-earth and you fought each other. And it was really cool. And the second one, you could get Tom Bombadil, and he would just come in and start singing and just like decimate the army. It was really he would just like dance through everyone's soldiers and just kill everybody. It was great. But that one was later. That Battle for Middle-earth 2 was like 2012 or something. I want to say Battle for Middle-earth 2 was like 2010. That's my guess, 2010. Can't go there. Ah, more ghosts. Get away. So I really am not supposed to use the ring, basically at all. Because it immediately removes your purity meter. Alright, we don't want them to surround us like this. I forget the backstory of the Barrow Wights. Because the Barrow is, I guess it's like a graveyard for something. It's not for like a great war, I don't think. Maybe it was like soldiers who came back home to this area or something, because they had a lot of their like weaponry here. Get this. Dragon was saying I was in the 8th grade when I recall being introduced to the books and movies. 40 years since I was made aware of J.R.R. Tolkien. Just never kept up over the years. It's definitely like a very rewarding universe if you get into it, because there's so much stuff to find. But it's hard to. It's not like reading. Like it's kind of hard to read the Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit. Like I always say that the Lord of the Rings is only good the second time you read it. Which is kind of reductive. It's a little bit mean, but when I read it the first time, it was like, I didn't see what was so great about it, necessarily. But then when I read it again, I kind of like, you start to realize how the pieces are put together and everything. Because the story isn't as like engaging as reading like the Song of Ice and Fire, you know, Game of Thrones novels, or like the Harry Potter books or anything. Because Tolkien wasn't really that great at like making interpersonal relationships with the characters, but like the universe was great, you know? So there's like a lot of opportunities for like cool stuff, but you kind of have to like fill in the blanks of some of the other aspects, if that makes sense. Let's see here. So we want to go this way. Oh yeah, Dragon was saying, I believe I saw a trailer for a movie called Tolkien. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch that. It also has Nicholas Hoult, who's the guy Nicholas Hoult was in a few things, but one thing that you all may remember him from is he was the war boy in Mad Max. So that's definitely a different role. He's like the main war boy from Mad Max, Fury Road. But I just love that like thinking of them as being in the same universe. Like J.R.R. Tolkien spray painting his mouth chrome. Jenna's saying About a Boy and Skins is what I know. I've never heard of either of those. I heard he was in the that zombie movie. It was like a zombie romance movie called something. I don't remember what it was called. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's a really good actor. He's also in Academy Award nominated The Favorite, which he was really good in that movie. Hold on, is this? This is a fun time. Playing Lord of the Rings, talking Lord of the Rings with you guys. I am having a very nice time, ladies and gents. Hope you are too. Oh crap! More ghosts! Oh, Warm Bodies. That's the one, Jen, yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of range, I guess. Nicholas Hoult, a good actor. He's got a good name. All right, let's save this before we do anything further. Here we go. He plays Beast in the X-Men? Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow. Wait, so how old is he? Because the X-Men 1 came out in... Oh, maybe he's Beast in the prequel movies, like in Days of Future Past and... yeah, he's probably Beast in the First Class era of X-Men movies. Because he couldn't be Beast in the 2001 movie. That was, 18 years ago at this point. Yeah. I liked, I only saw X-Men First Class, but I really liked that movie. Oh, it was Leslie Grammer. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jen is saying he's the young Beast. Nice. Yeah, he's really good. Ah. Damn, these Barrow-wights really like to circle you. Alright, oh, damn. I don't really have any more ideas for where to go. Oh wait, we can go this way, okay. Good. Jen is saying the sound that... Uh-oh. Hold that thought. Oh! Whoa! What the heck is that guy?
Sam, Mary, wake up, all of you.
Who is this guy?
Free. Get them out of here.
Whoa! It's a White Walker. Get out of here. What the heck? He's shooting poison at me. Oh my god. Good thing I have so many of these mushrooms. So I can't even do a, oh god. Quit it with that poison. Ah! And now I'm poisoned again. Oh, so he can block. Dang it. Dragon was saying maybe it's a cave white. They definitely never had these in the source material. But it's a cool monster. Ah, crap. Oh man, that really takes away a lot of health. Ah! Damn, how many hits can he take? Ah! Because if he hits you for an instant with the poison, then you're instantly poisoned again. So you really don't want to get hit by that. What is this? What did I get? A Westerness dagger. Oh! A keen short blade crafted by the men of Westerness in ancient times. So this is actually canon, that Frodo gets the dagger. You remember in the movie, Aragorn like dumps a bunch of daggers on them when they're at the Fortress of Weathertop, where they eventually fight the ring wraiths. And he says like, here, take these. But in the book, they get it in the Barrow-downs. Oh crap, we got him. So he's a one-hit kill with the Westerness dagger then. Or at least he goes away for a second. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Damn, alright. Ah! It's like the camera plus the mechanic of the way that he comes. Ugh, it's really frustrating. Just shoot your thing already. It's just turning in a circle. Go. Do it. Will you do it? Now he's gonna do it. Ready? Ah! Right as soon as I try to attack him. Hate this guy. I don't have that many more mushrooms, sir. Stop hitting me. Oh, this is all I can do. I have to beat this guy. Oh, he did a different attack. Okay, how many times do I have to actually hit him here? That's 4 times, I think, so maybe 5. Alright, do your thing. Shoot your poison. Oh! There it is!
Why didn't we listen to Tom? Wait, perhaps Tom is near. Oh, Tom Bombadil, Tom Bombadil, oh, by water, wood and hill, by the reed and the willow, by fire, sun and moon, hearken now and hear us. Come, Tom Bombadil, for our need is near us.
Well, little friends, old Tom has answered your call. Get out, old white, vanish in the sunlight, shrivel like the cold mist till the world is mended. Out into the barren lands far beyond the mountains. Come never here again, leave your barrow empty. Lost and forgotten be, darker than the darkness, where gates stand forever shut till the world is mended.
Thank you, Tom.
The spell on this barrow lies broken, and no wight shall ever come back to it. I've scattered the barrow's treasures. They're free to all finders. Old Tom has taken a pretty toy for his lady, And here are some fine blades for young hobbits who go walking into dark and danger.
It's perfectly clean, untouched by time.
Yes, thank you again.
They were forged long ago by the men of Westerness across the sea in ancient Numenor. They cast spells on their blades for the bane of the Dark Lord. Their kings of Numenor are forgotten now, but their sons wander in loneliness, guarding simple folk from wicked things.
I wonder if this blade can hurt one of the Black Riders.
Old Tom shall see you safe over the borders of his land. From there you should travel to Bree, a fair village. Stay the night at the Prancing Pony Inn.
Fair advice. Lead the way.
Ready to follow Tom, then?
Indeed. The further we are from the Barrows, the better.
Let us speed on our way.
We left the cold stone fields of the Barrow-downs and arrived at the hillside village of Bree, home to both hobbits and big folk. We said goodbye to Tom and entered Bree, seeking a warm fire and a door between us and the night. At last we found a cheerful inn with the sign of the Prancing Pony.
Good stuff. Welcome Ben Frost to the stream. Let's get an exclamation mark high for Ben Frost. Frosting, I didn't think they would have the songs. Yeah, I love that they actually like really went for it with Tom Bombadil. Oh man, Tom Bombadil. He like breaks the rest of the universe. He's too powerful. He just solves whatever problem is put in front of him instantly.
We surely aren't staying in this inn, are we?
Why not? Tom recommended it.
I thought we might see about staying with some of the Bree hobbits. It'd be more home-like.
Oh, Sam, this is as good as an inn back home. Just a lot larger.
The larger the inn, the larger the meals.
Don't worry, Sam. This will be fine.
Maybe Sam can find a tater patch to sleep in.
I'll make arrangements with the innkeeper while you three find something to eat. And remember, from now on, my name is Mr. Underhill.
Right. Come on, Sam, Pippin. Goodbye, Mr. Underhill.
Man, they're really going for it with this game. Like, they're doing so many sequences that I would have never thought they could turn into gameplay. This is great. So yeah, the thing I was saying about Tom Bombadil is like, imagine in the books if it was like this in the game, except instead Frodo also got captured with the rest of the hobbits. So like the story is literally that they go into they're escaping the ring race. They go into the forest, immediately get captured by a tree, and then have to get Tom Bombadil to save them. He brings them home, they rest, they leave again, immediately get captured by Barrow-wights. Tom Bombadil saves them again, and then they go to Bree. And Peter Jackson was like, okay, let me look at this. Looks like this sequence here is completely irrelevant to the story, where they literally get captured and saved twice with no impact on the larger storyline. I guess I'll just cut out this giant chapter of The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's a pretty weird sequence, and it's better off that it's out of the book, but it's really cool that they put it in the game. Ladies and gents, that's going to do it for The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring today. Thank you everybody for joining the show. Now we're going to raid at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. But if you do not know the channel, it is called The Voice of Nick. I was going to say it's called The Lord of the Rings. The channel is called The Voice of Nick. I play video games live 3 times a day and 7 days a week. It's all story-focused games on here, and I don't talk over story or cutscene moments, but they are completely blind playthroughs, so I do request that no one mention anything that utilizes their own pre-existing knowledge of gameplay, storyline, characters, locations, or hints in any way. If you want to see more of what happens on the channel, then type !games. You will get a full list of all 9 concurrent gameplay series going right now, including The Fellowship of the Ring. And if you like what you saw today, don't forget to hit that follow button. Up top, you see a follower goal of 4. We're currently at 1, so we have broken ground on that follower goal. The 18th entry of the Twitch playbook is live right now. It is called Finding the Flow of Your Twitch Chat. And it's all about how you should be figuring out the best cadence for when to respond to your Twitch chat and how to respond, but also you should be finding new ways for your chat to interact in moments when you, the streamer, are not able to talk. So give that a look, guys. Some pretty interesting, creative ideas for chatting. If you don't know the Twitch playbook, it is a free online resource I created to help all of you guys in this community either create your own Twitch channels from scratch or improve on an existing channel if you already have one. It's a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. You can find it right now totally free, either by searching the Twitch playbook on whichever platform you like to listen on, or you can type !playbook in the chat. You'll get a link directly to it. Now, if you like the channel, you want to support the stuff that I do, then consider subscribing. Subscribers get a whole bunch of stuff on here, including the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. Subs also get the sub badge, which upgrades with their subscriptions. Another great way to support the stream is to cheer or donate. Cheers and donators both get custom Voice of Nick voices as their shout-outs. On the donation leaderboards this week, we have in second place the Castello Brucho Band with $3. That is a silver star donation. Thank you to the Castello Brucho Band, and also an anonymous donation. On the first place spot, we have Paul Enox with $20. That is a gold star donation. Thank you to Paul Enox. On the cheerleader boards, we have in the third place Meat Computer with 100 cheer. That is a purple level cheer. Thank you to Meat Computer. Second place is Decap Bossman with 100 cheer as well. That is a purple level cheer as well. Thank you to Decap Bossman. First place is the Almighty Death Slayer with 550 cheer. That is a purple level cheer as well. Thank you to the Almighty Death Slayer. Thank you to everybody who supports these streams. It is highly appreciated. You're directly helping these shows to get better. Every single day, I improve at least one thing about the family of channels here, whether it is the Twitch streams you see in front of you, whether it's acquiring and setting up new games, whether it is tweaking Streamlabs or NickBot or OBS or any of the stuff behind the scenes that makes these shows tick, whether it is improving the Discord, whether it's creating and posting content for the social channels like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, whether it's updating the wiki, whether it's writing Twitch playbook entries, or whether it's recording and posting the podcast like we just did this morning. All of that stuff, guys, is in large part thanks to all of you for supporting these streams by cheering, donating, subscribing, gifting subs, or gifting games. We got a lot of stuff going right now, and it is very much appreciated that you guys are supporting these shows. So let's jump into a raid, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon's saying, here's a question for you. What if the Willow is the same? Yeah, if the old Tom Willow or whatever, old man Willow is the same Willow as the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter. Yeah, maybe he was transposed from Middle-earth into the Hogwarts grounds. Ben Frost saying, the Lord of the Nicks, the Nick of the Rings. Ooh, I like that. Lord of the Nicks sounds pretty good. That means I oversee all Nicks in the world. I like it. I like it. Now let's find somebody to raid, ladies and gentlemen. The way we do raids on this channel, we always raid someone who's playing a previous game in our playthrough series, so as not to see any information about games that we're currently playing, or any games that we plan on playing in the future. So let's go see who's doing some stuff. Oh, we got a couple of fun things happening. Let's take a look around. Yeah! Okay, so we have Milky Cold, who is right now doing Dark Souls 2. And Milky Cold is really fun. It's a similar channel to this, where Milky is actually really, really into the like super blind aspect of streaming. So there's been a lot of times where like Milky would forget that to equip one of the weapons in one hand and just be fighting enemies for like an hour with no weapon, and like nobody's allowed to say anything about like what happened. So it's like a lot of fun stuff like that. So let's all enjoy this Dark Souls 2 stream, guys. Make sure you join in. If you're joining in the raid, make sure that you join me in posting a whole bunch of emotes in that chat. We want to, number one, let Milky Cold know who is coming in with the raid, so you'll be repping the channel if you post a bunch of emotes. But number two, it will also increase that hype level. The chat and the streamer both will get a lot more hyped if you join me in posting a bunch of emotes in that chat. Let's make a big splash on there, which is appropriate to Milky Cold's stream because his profile picture is milk splashing into a glass. Now, ladies and gents, you can actually copy a couple of the pre-made emote sets on here. You can either copy the !raid command emotes, which have the different characters, or you can copy the !sub-raid command emotes, which have the Voice of Nick TV head logo and hype speech bubble. Whichever one you choose, make sure you copy it down now and then paste it into Milky Cold's stream when you get in there. Now, ladies and gents, I will see you later for 2 more video game streams. But until then, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.